Throughout my observation, I focused on relationships developed within the public library setting and how they are impacted by reference services, library programs, and the physical library space. One function of the public library is to act as an information center. It provides reference services along with other tools and resources which help users address their information needs. It also acts as a community center, encouraging connections among patrons and facilitating emotional support. As users find their own appropriate and unique ways to identify with the library and its services, they are able to develop two types of relationships: individual and communal. Individual relationships are formed when users seek answers to their information needs. This might typically be thought of as a one-on-one interaction with a librarian, in which the librarian either conducts a search or directs the user toward helpful resources. In the process of the search, the user is able to establish a relationship with the librarian, even if temporary, and fulfill, to a degree, the emotional need of human connection. This type of relationship may also manifest itself as an initiative on the patron's part to search for the information on his own. If he is able to answer his query without help, he may feel a sense of confidence and self-worth. Both avenues can provide answers to the patron's questions along with minimal emotional support. Communal relationships often excel at emotional encouragement, while secondarily addressing information needs. These connections form when library users meet together to find a common bond. Since they are able to learn from each other's experience, and perhaps even explore new methods of working well with others, they also feed their curiosity and learn new information this way. As librarians interact with users, it is important that they treat each patron with respect and dignity, recognizing him as a unique individual with legitimate search requests. Every aspect of the interaction communicates various messages to the patron, such as how well the librarian accepts him, how much the librarian cares about his question, and whether he can or cannot trust the person helping him. When people reach the point of asking for help, they may feel as though they have failed, and librarians often have the ability to set users at ease. The librarian can in fact empower the user and teach him skills he can use to find answers independently in the future. Community events hold the responsibility of bringing users together. These users may or may not interact with each other on their own accord, but the library can encourage each connection through activities for interest groups. Planning such events can be a great and effective outreach strategy because rather than passively waiting for users to visit the reference desk, librarians can actively generate interest in their communities. They will bring in specific community groups such as teens, children, senior citizens, etc. by targeting their interests and desired activities. Since a library building is a physical place in which people visit and interact, it is important that they also feel reassured by the physical environment. The reference environment should encourage patrons addressing their specific needs, while signage throughout the building should direct users with clarity and ease. Staff should remain approachable so that patrons feel comfortable using the resources and asking for help when needed. The layout of the library should also minimize distractions. A well-designed and organized layout will help users feel confident, and librarians will be easier to locate. In addition to the patron's emotional response is the physical space. The items in the space must reflect the needs of the users to help them have a positive experience. One event that occurred during my observation is that a woman and her son came into the library, the boy excitedly running toward the children's section. The lady allowed her son to go into the children's room unsupervised, while she stopped at the information desk to speak with the librarian. She had a positive conversation and ended with a light-hearted comment about retrieving her son before the books were all off the shelves. The lady's interaction with the librarian, along with the allowance she provided her son of being in the children's section by himself, seemed to indicate that she feels safe in the library, trusting that her son is taken care of. Another observation worth noting is that the information desk in the library lies precisely in the center of the building, while each section branches out from it. This reflects the function of the circulation and reference services as the information center of the establishment. In conclusion, librarians, community programs, and the library space can each play a role in facilitating relationships with and among patrons. Librarians seek to understand and adequately address patrons' information needs. Community programs bring members of the community together to collaborate and work toward a common goal, and library space provides a physical environment in which people can communicate, study, and learn new information.